Hello everyone, today we'll be going through DAST, which is Dynamic Application Security Testing. So it is a type of security testing which focuses on identifying the vulnerabilities and weakness in an application when it is up and running. So that is, means it is in the dynamic state. So DAST is often used to access the security of the web applications, APIs, and other software systems which interact, like we just these interaction with the application. Or the users entities. So the goal here is to simulate the real world attack scenarios by sending various inputs and payloads to the application, and then we have to observe the responses and then analyze the results for the potential security issues. So it is kind of a black box testing, as we cannot see anything, but it is doing everything at the back end or behind the scenes. So for commercial use, like Burpsuit is used everywhere, and this actually requires a lot of manual intervention because DAST is not that much mature as of now, and uh, like it needs to be done manually. But most of the tasks still can be automated, and once you integrate it with the tools. So particularly OAuth app works perfectly. I mean, well for this task while integrating with the CI/CD pipeline. But again, bulk suit is a commercial one or the license product, but some of the features may not be available, uh, which will be useful for us for the testing part. So Dash is also an essential part of the security development lifecycle, as it is helps developers and security professionals to identify and fix the vulnerability issues or the security issues before the application is deployed in the production environment. So it complements with other security testing techniques and contributes to the overall security posture of the application. It is worth noting that Dash should be performed regularly, especially after any significant changes or updates to the application, which ensures that the security and protection are met against the emerging threats. So how it works is like we can see this flow chart here. So browser sends the traffic. So here, like the user can put or access the browser, and once it is there, then it sends the traffic and zaps it in between the client or the server and your browser. So here it acts as a kind of proxy. It receives the URL and then provides its input and does all sorts of attack simulation and provides various inputs by scanning all the URLs and passing all the possible attacks it can with the payload and the required inputs. And then once it will goes through all the pages, scans for the result by providing the input and getting the output, and finally it produces the XML or HTML report, so which you can access with the vulnerabilities or the security issues. So in this, like basically four phases are there. The first one is like Dash tool explore the application by automatically navigating to the different parts and then submitting the forms with the different kind of payloads or providing the inputs. Then the attack simulation is there. So tools has its own built-in various kind of payloads like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and all things are built in, and it will test against all those things, and it will and with the input fields it will check all the things so that it tries to simulate the vulnerability or inject the vulnerability into the application. So once that is done, the tool collects and analyzes the responses from the application and detects the potential security flaws which it has injected or which it has tried to inject using payload or inputs. Then it also helps to let us know the authentication issues, insecure configuration, etc., etc. Once all those things are there or done, it will generate a report. So JAS generates a comprehensive report which highlights the identified vulnerabilities at runtime, and especially the severity and possible remediation steps. It considers the logic and authentication, authorization, etc., etc., which cannot be done by the SaaS part.